Hello, viewers. I'm SB, and welcome back to Hades 2, where once again the weapon with the thirst targets Prometheus. I mean, this is the thing, right? We're gonna have to learn this fight if I want to keep the Vow of Rivals on, and I do because I think the upgraded fights are fun and interesting. We just gotta learn it, right? We gotta learn it. It does seem like half of the weapons are targeting Prometheus on every single night, and I guess it's just gonna be that way until we figure it out. So, at the very least, this is a ranged weapon, and so it does, it affords us some additional safety. I kind of think maybe we just rock the aspect of Belinoe. We've got this extra power per spent shell thing, and the last couple of attacks are going to hit really, really hard, especially with a good multiplier behind them. So yeah, let's give this a shot. I would hesitate to use the aspect of Medea for this because obviously it compels you to rush in and throw punches, and I think that's a real good way to get ripped in half by Heracles. So, I don't know what else we want to do here. Like, I probably want to keep bringing the cat.
Come, Tula.
The extra Death Defiance is good. Also, Tula's damage is pretty good. It seems better than a lot of the other pets. Although, again, it's hard to gauge exactly. We still haven't actually used these two at all, so I guess I can't say for sure. What is your thing? You do max magic, and sometimes you dig up resources. And you do 3% dodge chance. Leaps in harm's way and then deals 250 damage 3 times per region. So, like three times per region, it's going to block a hit. It makes Flora more likely. I don't know. Maybe this is worth. It's not going to be as much extra health as the cat for sure. The little mouse blanket is actually really adorable. I had not really looked at the patterns on each of their bedding. That's very charming. I'm gonna take the cat, but you know what? I can see the defensive value of you as well. The big benefit here, of course, is that you get the damage as well, the guaranteed damage. So, keepsakes. What are we rolling? I don't think I want to take the Discordant Bell out tonight. I think we should probably focus on getting strong. And probably, like, to the point where I'm not even trying to necessarily level up keepsakes. Although we probably will still roll the Evil Eye through Olympus. But maybe let's focus on just actually getting stronger. And so, how about we start with the Concave Stone? Let's get an extra boon in the first area. Maybe we crystal figurine. Like, what's my card loadout look like? So I do like these cards. It's hard to say that these are bad. I really like having the moon active. Yeah, the getting to fire your hex like all the time is really something. We could pursue some upgrades here. I do have just like a bunch of moon dust just sitting in my pocket. Haven't picked up a feather in a while for upgrading divinity. Weird. I wonder why not. I'm certainly not spending my shadow. This is an upgrade to be sure, but it's like, it really is pretty small potatoes. We could totally double the strength of the moon. I wish it did like make things a little bit make it a little bit clearer, like which ones you actually have equipped right now on this screen.
Back.
You have the champions. You know what?
Closer to me.
Let me upgrade the champions again. Let's get another point of reroll. All right, and then let's go do the thing. Good luck to me and also to whoever's skulls these are.
They got through.
We must be in the city of Vifira to the west, a staging ground for our enemies. With the Underworld gates thrown open, Chronos can replenish his forces faster than we can kill them off.
Okay. Is Nova Strike the right thing for our attack? Our attacks deal more damage in the larger area part of this specifically is what I'm wondering. Should we be just relying on kind of like the explosion that the skull makes when it lands? Or do I want to like... Blitz would probably be really good. I'm trying to think about like what else. Scorch would be fine. Scorch would be pretty fine. Like an extra 75 damage per hit, right? If we got a good level of Scorch. Nova Flourish would certainly be acceptable as a way of like making it a little bit safer to retrieve our weapon while still dealing some damage. Because we are still going to have to do the special punch. Yeah, let's take Nova Flourish.
Have this.
Okay, alright. I mean, listen, the worst case scenario... Well, not the worst case, I guess. I was going to say worst case scenario, you know, it'll give an extra level of rarity to whatever we replace it with. But it is always possible that since we have something there, nothing else for the zone, nothing else for that category shows up again. That would be pretty good.
There. I draw you down, O moon. Lend me your light.
Alright, show me a good one.
You now possess the Argent Skull Reval, an everlasting reminder that death and fear ought always to be allies in our cause. Woe unto whoever meets her gaze.
The Wolf Howl and the Lunar Ray. I wonder if the Lunar Ray, you know, honestly, maybe the Lunar Ray could be really compelling as a way to burn down. Yeah, let's try it.
From this phase, I can see you may direct the Lunar Ray.
That was weird. It was all one line according to
Barricades back
the
up.
subtitles, but it really sounded like it was two things and one like cut into another, right? No double heart. That's a little sad. I feel like we almost always get a double heart here. Well, Medea, Hammer. No Zeus either. Let's go visit Medea.
A mortal-made stone likeness of the grim lord of the dead stands in the center of the city, looking on at the devastation sown as if in stunned silence.
This rendition of the dog is very adorable.
This is my father.
Look at your jagged little heads. All right, Medea, what's up?
Sulphurous ash. Hail.
Greetings, witch.
I feel like we do not see Medea very often. I'm gonna go ahead and give her one.
Another nectar bottle you can spare on my behalf? Oh, this shall be a splendid compliment with several much less pleasant ingredients, whose aroma this ought to disguise.
I shudder to think what concoction you have in mind, though trust you shall make use of that in service to our cause. What are these pylons doing everywhere, Lady Medea? They control the barrier before the docks, that much is clear. Perhaps the Titan's legions use them to coordinate attacks.
They are the product of a very sick mind, imprisoning so many shades in the tiniest enclosures wherein all their psyche may be drained. Can you imagine, sorceress?
That's terrible. I hadn't realized the pylons worked that way. Though who keeps fixing them? You even have one here.
Mel, come on.
The hideous thing won't seem to go away. Keeps rematerializing practically each night. Though I get so caught up with all my cauldron work, I seldom pay it any heed.
Alright. After each encounter, gain +5 max magic. That's interesting. Malice in Kind certainly has the potential to force us through that the fight. Prometheus. Why do I keep forgetting his name? Yeah, Malice in Kind could certainly shoot us through the Prometheus fight a little bit. Obviously, Wealth from the Dead turns out to be a huge amount of money by the end of the run, and it probably translates to quite a lot of power over the course of the run as a whole. I can't imagine needing the amount of max magic you would get from Traces of Spirit, but there are certainly some things you could do with it, like one of the gods, and I can't remember who now, has a boon that gives you extra max HP based on your max mana. It seems so extra. I'm going to take Traces of Spirit because we've never had it before. And we'll see if we can find something cool to do with it. But I will say that if I were just focused on picking the thing that I think will make us strongest here, I would take Wealth from the Dead, probably.
Perfect.
Yeah, just kind of a pox upon anyone who happens by, right? I'll get my poxing soon enough. Where is the hammer's down there? So obviously we're going to do that Hephaestus node, but I want to do that last. Probably does not surprise anybody to hear. I can't believe that thing actually hit. Oh, they're all sitting over here on the ground. Alright. Shells fly back to you automatically and 100% faster. Specials have +30 power, and you take -30 damage while using them, or your attacks fire all your shells at once in a spread pattern. So, I'm assuming, for the function of this, it has a lot, the value of Wide Grin with Aspect of Melanoia has a lot to do with how the damage for the shell attacks is calculated. Because if it's set when you fire, then obviously it's very bad because it sets all of the shells at 0 spent. If the damage is determined at the moment that the projectile impacts the enemy, then obviously it's very good because all of the shells are going to get the maximum bonus. We're going to take Wide Grin and see if we can't figure it out.
Oh.
Anything else around here? So it does that. And now what? So we're going to do the Hephaestus, but we're going to do the Hephaestus late. I guess Demeter would be a pretty good pickup, probably. 4 left. The question is, do I want Aphrodite? I don't think Aphrodite's boon on attack would be very good, but a lot of her other stuff is good. My hope is that we're not going to have to be all that close to our enemies, you know? So I don't want to be close enough to like benefit from her gain, hopefully. I think I'm going to take everything but the Aphrodite and the bonus max magic here. And we'll see how that ends up. Although, maybe I should lean into the bonus, the extra max magic, because we're going to have so much max magic as it is. Like, we want to... So we try to pick up just 2 of them. 102. Okay, so it seems to me like they are, in fact, all doing the minimum... they're all doing the low amount of damage rather than the high amount. Right, so if I collect 1 and fire it, it does 122. Yeah, and we're definitely not getting over 400 from all 4 of them striking.
You bested Chronos again, didn't you, Flower? We always knew he could be beaten. I once saw to it myself. But can he be destroyed? The Witch of the Crossroads must know.
Indeed, I must. Okay, steady growth this early is, like,
Excellent.
probably the winner. Yeah, that's pretty bad news. So our hammer boon and our other thing are working like completely at cross purposes, then it would seem. Well, maybe this run is a bit of a throwaway. You know what? Like I said, if I'm leaning into this, let's lean into it. If we're gonna do a silly scaling gimmick, let's... One thing that you can do with this that's kind of cool is when you run right up on people like that, and you shotgun them, you get all your skulls back immediately, and you can just mash the button.
Shades are getting out of there.
At least in theory. I guess if their hitbox is narrow, sometimes some of them get away.
A dent into that barrier.
Look at all this max magic.
There.
I mean, it was worth testing. I think we had to find out, but it does seem troublesome. And I kind of figured it would work in the way that is good, because like, why would you? I guess it must have been too scaly. But from a game design perspective, it seems crazy to make these not work in concert. Unless it is like, there's no way to do it without it being a problem, just being way too powerful. So if we're gonna take Hephaestus, we're getting 1 of these. Do I want more Apollo? Maybe let's grab Hermes. And again, I'm basically just doing the same play style that the other aspect also calls for. It's really hard to beat because of the necessity of using the special to pick the skulls back up. It's really hard to beat throw out your skulls and then press special as the dominant style, right? It is by a huge margin the most natural way to wield the weapon.
For all that's happened, glad you finally met Demeter, even if only by boon. She had a funny way of showing it sometimes, but always loved your mum an awful lot. She'll fight to get her back to the bitter end.
Okay. All your money's worth more for the entire run, especially like getting it that early. That's gonna mean a lot, right? All right, took way more damage than I would have liked there, and I suspect we're gonna get laid into by this mini boss as well, but whatever. We'll handle it.
You don't remember me, do you?
Trying to wake the cat up.
Go, Tula.
That's pretty good.
Peace, spirit.
Oh, there you are. We lost you for a bit. Must have gone so deep you couldn't spine you no more. Well, you still got your arms and legs. Must have turned out all right.
I am actually missing an arm. I don't know if that's the most sensitive. Anyway, Smithy Rush is not bad. Yeah, I might just take Smithy Rush. So, with my extremely huge amount of free magic,
Coinage.
we can do that. I wonder if that will calculate the shells differently because of the fact that they're all out of me at the moment that the downward strike begins to happen. Unfortunately, that's going to be a little hard to test.
Barrier destroyed.
But it might be a good way to fight Polyphemus at the very least.
Well, this was lovely.
Speaking of fighting Polyphemus, we are doing so with less health, I think, than we ever have before, and I am for sure worried about that.
Old Charon must have ample time to spare now that he isn't busy sending souls to their eternal rest. Although I do suspect that we can keep him plenty busy in service to us here.
Storm Ring's not bad. Static Shock is okay. I'm gonna take a re-offer here.
The Fates won't mind.
I was really hoping to get the replacement strike. I will say Ionic Gain is almost certainly like we can take Ionic Gain. I think air quality is already we have 4 air. Like it's almost active, but the thing I was actually going to say is I don't know that it matters because we're already dealing so much base damage per hit. But yeah, I'm gonna take Ionic Gain. With the large amount of base magic we have, it should take us such a long time to exhaust our magic that should be very sufficient. True. Man knows what he's talking about.
Charon.
I'm here.
I know.
No wonder you and nobody are pals. He and his rats are the only ones that ever got away from me other than you. That worthless good-for-nothing put you up to this.
His name is Odysseus. He's a great hero and tactician. Though you needn't worry about slaying him, for he's long dead already. Not your problem anymore.
Don't matter if he's dead, I'll eat him anyways. And don't care what he calls himself. He's always gonna be a nobody to me. Now how about I send him a message?
Ow, bad dodge. sheep. Oh god. Oh,
Nice.
the thing is, I'm not still poisoned, but you never know it from the UI constantly flashing. Okay, that worked out pretty well. I'm not saying that I should be pitted against Medea or anything, but I am saying that if I should happen to hit her with an attack, I do feel like it should have some effect on the fight. Yeah. Nope, fever sheep, fuck off. Oh, I hate these sheep very much. That's gonna hit me. Oh, Medea.
Return to shadow now.
The stomp wave hit me, and I was like, yeah, that's gonna hit me, but it's fine. We have enough health. We'll survive it. And then Medea appeared behind me and also just punched me in the back of the head.
Whoa.
I do feel like that shouldn't be happening.
Be not afraid. Good.
It is interesting the degree of, what's the word I want to use here? Obliviousness that the story puts on Milanoe. It makes sense. You don't see there's a degree of subtlety to it. Like, you don't see, I think, protagonists given this degree of
Which keepsake now?
sort of like lack of wherewithal without the story making like a bigger point of it, without it being something that's being commented on more obviously. I feel like in general, it is interesting that she just like she cannot see her hands in front of her face as far as like people's actual motivations or the way anyone feels about her. It really is like she's been raised bent toward this one thing, and it really is the only thing she has any head for at all. It's very interesting. The next one turns random. The next time you use a fountain, it turns a common boon of yours heroic. So we don't have any commons now. Taking this, we'd be betting on having one at the time of the next fountain. So I think maybe we'll just take the moonbeam. Maybe we'll just try to like upgrade our hex a lot and lean into that a little bit more. That said, losing 2 Death Defiances on the first fight is certainly going to make it challenging to have enough resources for the Prometheus battle. All right, let's try to run some testing out here. So
Shambles.
I'm seeing 480. Now with only 2 in hand. Seemed like a much lower number. 278. So it's combining all the strike damage. That makes it tricky because I don't actually know
Some mandrake seeds.
how many of the projectiles hit on those first group of enemies. Unfortunately, what I really need is enemies who are going to stand still and let me generate particular conditions and then test them. And I just don't see that happening here. Okay, 292 for a single skull when we didn't have all our skulls in hand. Somehow that didn't hit him at all. So yeah, unfortunately, it is dealing less damage when we have everything in hand. It is calculating the damage per skull at the time that it's fired, not at the time that it connects. What a bummer.
The path you face.
All right, so Hex fires 3 beams in a fan pattern, pretty compelling. Deals more damage all around you. Pierces through foes is not super exciting. So I guess let's go this way. Plus 5% damage for the rest of the encounter. More power. More damage for the encounter. Overflow. More power, more power. You know what? I am also going to grab Bearing so that there's a chance that I will actually have the ability to stand and cast it all the way instead of having to run every time. So unfortunately, the elements of our build are just, they're not playing well together. But I do want to clarify that, like, we don't have any kind of anti-synergy going on here. It's just that we're not, the elements of our build are not actively synergizing. Our stuff is only as good as it is alone, which is to say still perfectly fine and usable. You know, you like to get some good synergy going. You like to increase your total murder pool. And that I am not doing a great job of.
Sea swords.
So like for the purpose of wide grid, it's like our aspect of Melanoa is at rank 0 instead of 5. It's a bummer, but it's survivable.
In the name of Hades.
You can absolutely beat the game with that setup. So yeah, plus 25% of our max magic to our life. Absolutely, we should take that. That helps a ton, and it will continue to grow over the course of the run. I'm actually really glad to see that. Shop is a little earlier than I might have liked.
The Black Flagship.
Yeah, unfortunate. I think I gotta take the boon. But I would definitely like to have been able to buy all 3 of these things. Snow Queen is not bad, and priming magic is like 0 cost to us. Casts inflict freeze. I do like that as well. I'm not currently using my casts, but I should be. And this, you know, helps lock enemies up and stuff. I'm gonna take Snow Queen in the hopes that it'll get rarefied.
This way.
Yeah, I would really have liked to have more money by the time we got that shot. Take this, everyone.
And now to set a course.
Alright. Our Nova Strike got leveled up to Heroic, which is, I guess, pretty good. Yeah, look at the area of effect on our Omega now.
Mind if I swoop in?
Right here.
It's going to be hard to make use of the Hex on this one, I think. All of our enemies are tiny and teleporting. Clear? Who lives? Nobody lives. We don't see him all that much either. I might give him our other nectar. Oh, that's right. We picked one up.
As a mortal kid confined to a tower, I was relatively well provided for, but this... I know better than to envy the gods, especially with what they're going through lately. But they definitely know their drink.
The gods have always lived well, but your own life was so short and difficult. You must still have a lot of making up to do, and I thought maybe this could help.
There's some catastrophic storm brewing at the top of Olympus. Can't get anywhere near it. What's happening up there?
That storm conceals the real threat. Chronos awakened the father of all monsters and set him loose. These forces we're fighting, they're just a stalling tactic and a feint.
You're saying that's bloody Typhon? Oh, God. Since I was young, I prayed to all of you for safety and good fortune from my tower. Now it's you yourselves who better pray.
No, we're going to destroy that thing. I don't yet know all that requires, though prayer most likely won't be necessary.
Well, then I'll pray just in case. Figure it couldn't hurt. Just please be careful, Melly. And before you go, take one of these.
It's cute that he calls her Melly. Your special boon gains 3 levels. See, this is so weird, because it's like, so many of his boons are like, you get a thing temporarily. And then some of them are permanent bonuses that are like super great. And it's, when would you ever take protective coating, right? Explosive intent is like pretty okay for us. Ingenious flourish is not super compelling, but like I think I've only ever taken explosive intent. It's just, it's so much better than the other stuff he keeps offering us.
Bye. Which way now?
Okay, I know we needed iron, so I'm happy to see that. We do need both of these, but I guess I'll take this. That shop showing up what it did really kind of like screws up our whole economy for the area. I will say that massive infinite artillery mode is very fun. So these are 30 each, right? And we're getting a quarter of that to our max HP. So when we take these, we're getting like 7 max HP versus a palm. I suppose the palm is probably the better play. Especially if it hits certain things. Special's not so exciting. Smithy Rush, though. Definitely take Smithy Rush. We also charge our lasers super, super fast. Our quick buck got rarefied. Plus 50% gold. I guess that's pretty cool.
This way.
Here's something I don't know. Can you get a replacement offer on a boon that's already heroic? I bet you can't. which is a real shame because I still would really like Blitz over the Apollo thing on our attack, even though the Apollo thing obviously is both powerful and funny. You got him? You don't have him.
Come on, cat.
I don't want you to interpret that as like a lack of confidence in your abilities, but
Olympus, I accept this message.
our Power Surge is really good for us, right? I'm not taking a lot of cast bonuses, and maybe I should be,
Thunderous power.
but I'm gonna be doing that thing constantly. It feels like. Hey, look, Driftwood. Remember
End of the line.
when everything we were trying to do was bound by Driftwood? Yeah, 20% more damage. Fuck it. Where are we at on this? 7 air is where we're at on that. All right,
Here we go.
I'll take that.
Look what I got. Just about everybody on Olympus giving you their best, huh? You must be very proud. The gods, they don't agree on much at all.
No, they do not. Yet when the need arises, they can set their differences aside. Something to try with your own kin.
Something, something, class warfare, something, something.
You know who really gets what's going on up there? Ares. If anybody's brought that family together, it's the god of war. His cause, even I can get behind.
It's a little tricky to. I gotta make sure. I gotta time it right to actually hit stuff.
No.
I guess that's gonna be true of the beating too, huh?
I'll be quiet.
I was not expecting her to be able to push me while I was performing it.
The fire's just fine.
Ow. And then she went invincible the second I started casting. The cowardice is like incredible. Oh, I actually do need the font. First time that we've been in a fight that's gone on long enough.
Nice try. Oh no, not again, not again.
Much better. Good find. Tula, be my guest. No escape. Hey, squid.
What an adorable little squid. All right. Yeah, so I took some silly damage there, but overall I think our build's really starting to come together.
Solid ground.
That said, we're going to test the definition of together. Alright, I think I'm sticking with the plan of Evil Eye for big bonus damage, plus also, you know, I do want to get it to max level. Because it could be even bigger bonus damage.
Deep breath, Mel.
Oh. Huh. They weren't fighting anybody. Okay. I am glad this Omega charges as quickly as it does. Pardon me there. Bad moment for a cough to occur. Alright, special deals, massive bonus damage, blah blah blah. Omega special. Attacks gain plus 50% damage and blast size. I'm sure.
How's that for you, Revolve?
I don't even know if that's doing anything, honestly. I can't see it doing anything, but it's fine, whatever. I'm sure it's helping. I can't believe they coded that as a single damage strike instead of just a kill. Why would I dash directly away from a flying rocket? What was compel me to do such a thing?
Vitality.
Oh, that's interesting. We've probably got the most important stuff from the... yeah, I'm going to take the visit. But I'm not 100% sure that's that's correct.
Who's inside the pool yet? Or I have no choice but to go in and drag you out. Look who's here.
There.
Hey, good for you.
Show up at the party and just start smashing the decorations with a mining pick.
More nectar always good to have around in case the wine runs out. Not that it ever does or ever will. Now, what exactly do we toast to next?
To emerging from peril unscathed, or whatever you decide. I know maintaining high morale is paramount, especially with the mountain under siege.
Cheers!
Have you any idea why this mountain has been shaking ceaselessly, doubtless to the occasional dismay of your honored guests?
Yes, I do. Sometimes the feasting gets a little rowdy, if you know what I mean, with all the dancing and whatnot. Uncle Poseidon's not the only Earthshaker on Olympus.
No. Typhon has awakened. The father of all monsters now threatens your own father's palace. You can ignore Chronos somehow, fine. Prometheus, perhaps. But not this.
Oh no, Typhon's out there. Come to ruin everything. Whatever we do. See that, baby? Nobody cares. Whatever happens, happens. And we're gonna feast until it does, no matter what. Nice try with that one, though.
I mean, he's not ignoring it. He is helping. You know, Tipsy Shot, we haven't really gained any of our, we haven't done anything with our cast yet. This gives it something. Gain a random amount of bonus health, but how much you actually have becomes a mystery. Plus 70 to 100 is still pretty juicy. And I don't know that I care how much I have exactly. Yeah, I'm pretty torn between these two, honestly. This will be my my first point of water. I don't know. I think these are both really compelling. I'm gonna take worry free.
Well, all right.
You know what's good? HP. Trying to learn the fight. I'm just gonna continue not using my cast very much, I think.
It'll be fine.
It's probably gonna be fine. Why would I worry?
You Drakens ought to choose wiser alliances.
Alright, now I can just...
This mountain's for the gods.
Now we can just shotgun spam him. That's fine.
In the name of Hades.
Attack has a chance to hit 2 times. You know what? That's pretty rad. Is that? Yes, that is Tall Order activated. And we're going to go get some money, you know? It's a good time for it, I think.
I have this.
Jesus, look at these enemies. Who said there could be so many of you, and so densely? Alright, what have we here? I will take this.
Shouldn't take too long.
I will take this. I will take this. I will not rush any of them. That's what faith looks like right there. Taking a boon over 7 max HP.
Stop.
Olympus, I accept this message.
Can I tell you, not knowing exactly what my HP is actually makes me worry a lot more. It would be hard to put into words how much more worried I am. Divine Vengeance is pretty live, right? So one thing that's tricky about air quality is that I don't actually know how much... I don't actually understand the damage mechanics of our hex. So it's clearly doing the damage as multiple ticks over time, but I don't know... I don't know how big each tick is and if they would be affected by air quality and stuff. I think I am going to take Divine Vengeance.
Yes.
Because I don't know. But I sure wish I had some better system knowledge there.
Legions of Chronos.
Alright, let's go get him, Tula. Some more. It never ends with these fucking things.
A lightning sigil.
Okay, well, not never.
Tucked away. Olympus, I accept this message.
Is Static Shock good? We strike a lot less frequently with this build, so like it is extra damage per strike, but it's a very small amount of extra damage per second, right? When you split it up over the time and effort that it costs. And maybe I would be better off just going with double strike for revenge purposes, or maybe like Storm Ring and actually starting to use my cast. It doesn't cost anything to just drop the cast while I'm running or whatever, right? But this is for sure just extra damage that comes off of what you were already doing. It's just, it's so little. Yeah, let's Storm Ring. And then lightning effects have a chance to strike more, starts to get pretty okay now that we have like 2 or 3 such effects. Yeah, maybe. Maybe. The shotgun blast is actually very, very cool and effective against creatures that are wide enough to make it actually work. Or creatures where you can like get them up against a wall. Okay, are we going to get an Athena visit here, I wonder? Because this feels like a lot of enemies. That said, I do think I'm doing all right. I'm holding my own.
Are you all right?
Lady Athena.
Okay. Feeling pretty good, actually.
Glory to Olympus.
We know the way.
Have you confronted Prometheus before? You mentioned he's been able to elude you. Perhaps he knows he'd stand no chance against you if you fought.
I knew Prometheus prior to all this. I suppose our tendencies toward matters of the mind connected us. You know that he stole the gift of fire for mortal kind. Well, he also gave them reason from me. Some of them, anyway.
And for a certain definition of reason.
I shudder to think what mortals must have been like before they had any reason. Although perhaps Prometheus ought to have kept some reason for himself.
Perhaps he thinks he did, or has as much as he requires. Unfortunately, reason tends to be in lesser abundance than most would dare to admit.
So priming 150 magic still leaves us with with 200 magic to work with. Divine Dash is interesting. Can momentarily deflect. There's a lot of things where I do get hit because I don't time the iframes right, where Divine Dash would make me not get hit. I think these are all really compelling. An extra Death Defiance would be really nice. It's not that often we can afford to prime 150 magic out. I'm going to take this.
You shall have it. To your continued success.
Thank you. Alright, I gotta pick the bones up. Yeah, it seems like a fine time to go shopping. Oh, I like the details that tell you, like, specifically this area was a temple to Demeter. Is it boss time? Are we there? We are there. Not that it changes anything. Nova Strike up, sure. Food, because I might need it.
In the name of Hades.
All right, blast effects inflict glow. Like, is there the question I suppose is like, is there something specific I'm hunting for? And I think the answer is no. Then, you know, bonus damage is bonus damage. All right, we've got a big, powerful weapon. We've got 3 Death Defiances to stand on. We've got a pretty large pool of health, one assumes. We've got a strategy that involves staying away from the enemies a lot. Could this be it? It could. It totally could. It absolutely could.
She's here.
Do you hear that? Typhon climbs the dark side of the mountain even now. Impressive that you cast him down before, but he shall not rest till the palace of Zeus lies in ruin.
He'll be destroyed. You along with him if that's what it takes. If he were truly unstoppable, you wouldn't be impeding my ascent. You're buying him time.
I am. It's strange to think that time can be a limited commodity even for deathless such as we. But no more stalling for now. Get items.
Gotta remember to throw those casts down when we can. Oh god, standing in the fire. Terrible news. Okay. Mid, bottom.
Waves of flame.
You asshole. Mid. Yeah. He just made it impossible for me to be in the one that was safe. It's a pretty good strategy. Ow. I gotta actually use the font. Okay, well I didn't get to stand through the whole thing there, but that was pretty good. Okay, bottom, mid, bottom, top. Beat that. Bottom, top, and then back to mid. Ow. Well, there's that first Death Defiance. I gotta say, Prometheus is looking a lot worse than I am. And presumably the Eagles keeps fighting and stuff, right? Yeah, because the Eagle's its own separate entity. It's not a thing that Prometheus is doing. Diegetically, I mean. Ran out of magic again.
Sorry, Flame Thief.
The strength to best both Heracles and me. I can foresee no way to stop it now. Even with Heracles,
Yeah, I'm pretty pleased with that, honestly.
For me.
And I got my nightmare, and we only spent the Death Defiance that's going to replenish at the next location anyway. Yeah, I feel fantastic, actually, about that.
It seems that the perceptive titan who defied the king of the Olympians and one of that king's strongest and most fearsome sons are battling as one on the same side.
It seems that way for sure.
Okay, and now it's just a matter of making it from here up to the top under perfectly normal circumstances. How much health am I missing? Great question.
See that one, Tula? Come on out. You did it, Tula.
What a cutie. All right, well, I have at least 133 HP. I am feeling pretty strong, if I have to be honest. Do we want to take, like... I think from here, rather than worry about empowering any of our existing keepsakes, I want to win. From here, I just... The thing I want most is I want to win. So I might take the Luckier Tooth. Or, like, Knuckle Bones would not be bad. I think our build is pretty strong. We're not quite as good at flattening. I mean, we should do a lot of damage to Typhon. And if I get to hex him, just we get to just, like, stand up in his face and dump all 3 beams. Like, that feels pretty strong. Minus 10% damage versus the extra Death Defiance. It's so hard to know. I think I'm gonna take the Knuckle Bones.
Good.
Let's just try to win. Let's take it seriously. But even if I don't clear Typhon, this was a big one. Hate the way I always hate it when they steal my camera control.
Here you go.
Cheers, Hermes.
Alright, Serpent Scales. A little bit of max magic, which is a little bit of max HP. And up we go.
Straightforward.
Okay, 3 stars. So I can't quite get to Exodus. I don't think I care about that. What do I care about? Well, I guess we're taking growth no matter what. And also bearing. And then the question is, do I want this other bearing node? Or... No, I probably want more purpose.
I walked the path.
What is the strength of my purpose at this point? Where is it? Plus 20% damage for the rest of the encounter after firing the hex. Yeah, that's very, very good.
Closer to the top. These two again.
Try to burn them out really fast. I don't need to have skill if you're all dead. The funny part is I killed him with a special.
Now this fortress is your grave.
Actually, I guess it looks like Tula killed him.
Hear me, on my authority.
And hey, what a good time to get 138 health. Your Omega attack deals 80% more damage. Holy shit. Of course we take Weed Killer. Holy shit. Feeling pretty good. It does feel a little bit like, and not that I would ever accuse the gods of this, but it does feel a little narcissistic to be like rarefying your own boons. Demeter looking through all my stuff to pick and going, oh, randomly I choose this one that makes me look good. Wow, you actually survived that. Holy hell. Okay. Demeter Boon versus the rest of the moon track. I think we'll take the Demeter Boon.
Nearly there now.
Is it tail time? Yeah. Cool. That's a toenail, probably. A tail nail, maybe? I'm not sure. Yeah, it's feeling like we're getting the damage done pretty quickly. Although that thing's not nearly as impressive as I would like. Why would I do that? Why would I run like that?
Can't do it.
Okay, I have added a lot of costs to my various, like, I need to actually be using this Aether font quite frequently now. I took way more damage there than I needed to. That was messy.
Retreated.
Gosh. Honestly, maybe it is Plentiful Forage. I mean, like, Arctic Gale is not nothing. Once again, actually pretty worried about my health. Because I got hit for a chunk a couple of times there. But Plentiful Forage will probably only trigger here. Maybe one more time. If it turns out to be a 25% life gain, is that better than the damage from Arctic Gale? Probably not. 12 damage every quarter of a second for 3 seconds. It also makes the foe 20% slower. Not that he ever moves or does anything. No, I'm going to take Plentiful Forage.
Into the purse.
Plus, you know, like, seeds are good to have.
Almost to the top.
I think the damage from Gust would be negligible. And so I'm taking this thing that gives non-zero health.
How about a resupply?
Some scarce deliveries risked by swift Hermes represent what aid the gods can finally provide unto the princess of the dead, now that the summit of Olympus lies before her.
I'll take whatever I can get.
Yeah, absolutely, without question.
You've knocked Typhon around a bit, but he's still plenty mad. Isn't there something you or Heck can do to make him maybe go away for good?
If by make him go away for good you mean have his whole existence flash before his many eyes before he's finally destroyed, then yes, that's in the works. But it may take some time.
Oh, great. Can't do things quick if they don't take some time. Well then, don't let me keep you from your research. See you later, Em.
Can't do things quick if they don't take some time.
Take care.
I mean, he's right. Okay, so 755 is enough to buy everything here except for the nightmare.
This feeling. Hear me, on my authority.
Weapon deals damage based on 20% of your armor and get more armor now. I mean, we actually have reroll stuff left.
Sure, why not?
Show me something a little more compelling. Blast deals more damage and is larger. That's not really compelling. 15 starting armor for the location. Prime away more of my magic. There will be armored enemies that will get summoned. Yeah, I don't think any of this stuff is going to really be terribly meaningful. And I'm wondering if the 30 extra primed magic will be annoying. Whatever. It's 15 health.
Yes.
I'll take the 15 health, I guess. And this, and that, and this. Okay. We should be in pretty decent shape now with 55 armor on top of it, 3 death defiances, 10% damage reduction from the knuckle bones. I should be able to do this.
This is it.
I'm trying to convince myself. Oh, I phased him already. Without noticing. Oh, man, I managed to move forward just in time to eat that whole headbutt. Ow.
Where is Lord Zeus?
No kidding.
Have you not had enough of this, Typhon?
Lord Zeus.
End this now, Meninui.
All of his head stuff glows when he's about to do the head slam. And I should be able to get out of the way of that, but somehow I never am. Ow. I'm expecting him to appear in a different spot and lay down more zones to avoid. It's on me. Wake up, cat. Ow. Shit.
Lady Athena.
Oh, well, that was my fake death defiance. I do have an awful lot of ability to just like drop damage directly in his face. Trying so hard to avoid things every once in a while just to prove that I can. Look, I don't always have to get hit. It's a choice. It's a choice I'm making. Dramatic fellow, that Typhon. It turns out it was 378. 378 was the amount of health that I had. pretty successful. So that is, yeah, that's a huge clear for us. That's really, really big. It was a good build. I'm pleased with the way it worked out. The aspect of Melanoi turned out not to be as central as I was hoping, but you know what? It turns out you don't need it. The explosions, they can be big without it. Not how I'm gonna suffer 472 damage from Typhon like I've never seen them before.
I can use this.
It's fine. The important part is I could bear 472 damage. It is kind of funny that we just leave the cat there.
To all my family on the mountain, let me pass.
So you know what, Tula, you keep napping. They're not going to want you sniffing around upstairs.
Beautiful. The king and queen.
Welcome back.
Don't be shy.
Grandmother.
Oh, hey.
Melinui. Oh, Flower, it's truly you. Forgive me, we must maintain decorum here, but I am very pleased to see you here before me, rather than within the dimness of a boon.
Lady Demeter, the honor is mine. I know that everyone's preoccupied contending with the siege, and it couldn't have been easy for you to be here now.
Please call me grandmother, although perhaps not here. I was furious to have missed you when you visited before, and was not about to let that reoccur. But you cannot stay, can you?
Unfortunately not. With Typhon dealt with for the moment, I had best be getting back. I'm so grateful to have met you like this. Shall I see you again?
If the fates have any mercy in their hearts, then yes.
As we keep winning fights, more and more of the Olympians gather around here going, oh, actually, you know what? I don't need to be putting in all this effort. Young Malinois's got it. I'll just rest. And then when I show up here, she's like, oh, I'm just here for a moment. I'm certainly not staying. You have to go, though, right? Like right now? Right now you have to leave immediately?
Tranquil music made by masterful Apollo reverberates throughout the palace grounds, piercing the grimness of the circumstances like an arrow of pure light.
He's good.
I wonder how many more clears it'll be until we find somebody else in Dionysus's party.
How my lord husband scoffed when first I brought forth that perhaps this deadly witch niece of his, raised from infancy to vanquish time itself, could also be of benefit against the Titan siege. Glad I won that out.
Hera dear, of course we reached agreement on that matter, else my good niece would not be here now. Though tell us, Malinois, what news of a lasting solution to our predicament? Typhon shows no interest in turning away.
We're getting closer to something. It's very likely that the means we use to rid ourselves of one of our great foes shall be the key to ridding ourselves of the other, though we have not achieved those means as yet.
You hear that, Zeus? The greatest inconveniences we face may be resolved at once. We so like doing things efficiently.
You need but tell us what else must be done to facilitate this outcome, Malinois. Olympus stands at your disposal here.
Please hold out as long as possible, for your blessings and support are invaluable. One way or another, I'll be back as soon as I can. Chronos may have reawakened Typhon, but that same power could unravel him.
May it be thus. We'd ask you take your time, my dear, but there's no telling how much we can spare. Nevertheless, tread carefully, and we shall be awaiting your return. Take care.
Till we meet again.
Yeah, step lively, girl. Don't dawdle. You have so much to do for us.
You truly think we'll soon get blasted Typhon well out of our way for good? That'd be a welcome change.
If we can rid ourselves of Chronos, then we should be able to rid ourselves of the father of all monsters too. And I've not been training all my life for this only to fail now.
Well, remind me never to get on your bad side, Sunshine. You ready to head home? Always good to see you, though I'd best get back to singing so that everyone stays calm. Take care now.
We have this. We're getting closer, everyone. Please stay safe. Return to Shadow now.
I'd best get back to singing so that everyone stays calm.
We're getting somewhere. That ought to slow Typhon a bit. Will make him even angrier.
How'd it go? Okay. How'd you get all those other shades out there to do the busy work around here anyway? They practically worship the ground you walk on.
Headmistress took them in. I helped train and communicate with them. Many came from being trapped between the realms. Some never got a proper burial. Others died unfulfilled or violently. They never made it to the Underworld.
Oof, that's rough. Say, you don't think I fall into one of those categories there, do you? I'd hate to think I didn't get a proper burial.
It's not a laughing matter, Dora.
I mean,
I dissipate.
If she's laughing about it, it literally is, right? I don't get to make that determination for everybody. Yeah, so I'm still definitely curious about that. Get to the mountain peak whilst using the various nocturnal arms. That's right, both the other clears were with the axe. The axe is a very powerful weapon. Alright, there's two more upgrades on the Oath of Rivals. Daughter of the Gods shall complete 5 Chaos Trials. Okay, I'm just trying to remember to keep trying to do the things we need to do, and then yeah, pick all the things off the list eventually, and that is a lot of bones. There's a lot of bones. But yeah, most of these just give bones, which makes them kind of not that interesting as things to focus on.
The prophecy of Typhon's return. Was your interpretation that the gods were going to prevail or not? Or was there any detail you recall that we might use to our advantage?
Well, there was lightning, which I took to represent Zeus. The earth seemed to shake, recalling Poseidon, and a red spear reminiscent of your father's, piercing the storm. But even these specifics don't seem to pertain to the matter at hand.
A red spear, huh?
Also, the earth shaking is way more likely to be the monster himself, I would think. Someday we'll make use of all this. But yeah, I got relationships to tend to, and I'm not focusing for sure.
There we have it.
Hooray, one entire shadow.
My father's spear, Gygaros. It was there in the prince's chambers for me to find. Zagreus must have gotten access to it in his time, as I have now. One final step, then.
Not quite. We have one opportunity to use it against Chronos, and she'll take every precaution to ensure it shall have the intended result.
Entropy is the last reagent we require for the dissolution of time, but where am I supposed to find it? I found no trace as yet, even from Typhon.
Where are you supposed to create it is the correct question to be asking. A powerful enough force must be put entirely to rest. Do you catch my meaning?
I believe so. Back to the surface, then.
I mean, I feel like I'd already figured that out. It's in the formulas. So, one more. And then presumably this is how we get the entropy that we will use for that. We now have the resources for the Sandy Life Spring, which I think we're probably going to do. Hidden Isle in the Rift of Thessaly. I mean, not having all that much trouble in the Rift of Thessaly anymore.
Hello there.
Your old adversary Polyphemus wanted me to give you a message on his behalf. Though, come to think, I'm uncertain what he wanted me to say. Perhaps just kick you savagely.
Or like throw a big sheep at you.
Sounds like the Cyclops that I used to know, all right. My crew and I, we were his captives for a while, and his food supply. I found a way to get us out of there, but it was ugly.
He calls you Nobody. How did he come to know you by that name?
Nobody took his eye, goddess. I gave to him a name that wouldn't make a lick of sense when he called over to his mates for help. We had to try.
He has mates.
Perhaps not anymore.
Well, let's all hope, right? Okay, we need some of that. Some of these.
Garlic again.
I know that we need poppies. We need 2 poppies for something, so it is a real bummer that there's only 1 in my collection. But we can try planting mystery seeds.
You'll flourish here.
Oh, what have we there?
Let's see if we get lucky. You know, because of how I'm always getting super, super lucky.
Some nightmare.
All right, 2 nightmare. Happy to have it for sure.
Death to Chronos.
I must have, yeah, 4 cards built up again. Ah, but it's 5. It's 5 for the nightmare. Well, I think I will hold out and drop this off when we do have 5.
I rise again.
What can we do?
Yeah, this seems good. Let's learn more about our critters.
As my familiars are a source of strength, so may we all grow strong. So mote it be.
So mooch those critters. Okay, nothing else going on here. let's go say howdy to our new and improved friends.
Think I can raise my grasp.
Oh, that's true. I can. I'd forgotten all about it, frankly. If I were to raise my grasp right now, what would I use it for? Oh, right. I forgot about the Furies. Yeah, good reason to be dropping casts underneath his chin, huh? But we could, like, drop the Sorceress and the Furies and pick up a 4. Or... I'm not even sure what I would... Yeah, I'm not 100% sure what I would do with it. Let's leave it for now. And... I mean, I feel like we work with Tula a lot. Probably...
See you.
Probably let's give Tula a treat. Yes, yes, you're adorable.
Here you go.
Okay, so Death Defiance effects from Tula give you back more HP, more likely to find fishing points, or Tula claws at foes more. To be perfectly honest with you, 40 and 20 aren't that different. It matters. I guess this is the sensible one to take.
Good, wasn't it?
Like, the important thing is the part where you get back up, right? Okay, so every pet is going to have their own little bonuses. What about you?
Little one, I have something for you.
While together, you have an extra % move speed. You're more likely to find Flora. Gale deals a little bit more damage when scratching. I mean, the extra %
Growing strong.
dodge seems good. And then, what if I feed you again? Remember, we can make more of this stuff in the cauldron.
Here you go, Golly.
Golly, sorry. Yeah.
There.
Purple rank. I'll give you another treat.
Here, Golly.
Does stuff max out at 2? It does not.
Nourishing.
A prophecy foretold.
Let's go, Golly.
All right, I do think we're going to try Golly on the next run, just kind of for the sake of trying to fulfill that one prophecy, and also variety is fun. Okay, so rank 3 might be the top. Let's go look at our new, what it says on our new prophecy here.
So...
Okay, boost anything all the way up to get some ambrosia. Well, it's not a source of shadow, sadly. Speaking of... Okay, morsels require the dust. So let's go get some Fate's Fabric to plug in here.
What do I need? Here are the bones. Become what I seek.
All right, and then with this very large amount of bones, I probably ought to...
Should be of use.
Buy the nectar. Should probably always buy nectar when we show up here. And then, like... I should buy the Nightmare out when we can afford to do so, probably. We get a lot of bones, because I'm adhering to the Dark Thirst, or whatever it's called, pretty tightly.
Your prize awaits and glory is yours. A third of it, anyway.
The deed is done.
And now, unto the champion of night, the spoils.
Oh.
Oh. Okay.
Commander, is that supposed to be me?
I thought for sure it was going to be a statue of Skelly.
It is Night's champion, foretold by fate. She who shall strike fear into the hearts of those who stand against the realm and stuff like that. I can see you're at a loss for words, such as the splendor of her likeness. And this is just the first of them.
Indeed. And are the other gifts just as, detailed? Either way, I'm not so certain I can handle twice, let alone 3 times the glory, when my task is difficult enough as it is.
Ah, so then the fear is getting to you. Do not give in to it, young one. Instead, give in to curiosity about those other glorious gifts. Think of the prestige. Now you can be a little scaredy quitter or Knight's champion. Which is it gonna be?
Do I have to decide this instant?
Nah, you take however long you need.
She sure looks strong.
Isn't she a beaut?
I think both of her arms are flesh. So that feels like a smallish error.
Have faith in him for me.
Because I guess I suddenly don't. Boy, it does feel like the thirst goes to the same weapons a lot. I mean, this is certainly a powerful one. How much darkness was it? 6, man. Or shadow, rather. I don't know. I think I'm going to prioritize unlocking this over unlocking the last point of grasp. Maybe I shouldn't. Maybe something will happen when we hit maximum grasp. But this is such a bottleneck resource. Yeah, maybe I should just...
The Arcana.
Because maybe something will happen.
I understand.
Maybe we'll get I don't know. Maybe this is necessary for something to unlock, or we'll get an interesting prophecy out of it, or... All right, I'm committing.
I know my limit now, and this is it.
And I suppose we shall see if anything cool happens. So... we're getting some value out of origination. Not always a ton. I could cut the Furies and pick up the Lovers. That's not terrible. The other rerolls don't really seem all that necessary. The Messenger's not a bad card, certainly. Yeah, what if what if all I do is just turn on the Messenger? We could activate the Unseen and then just kind of disregard Gain all the way around, but like it does feel like Gain takes care of us most of the time. And you get some kind of extra benefit out of it usually. Like, it's good. The game things are there for a reason. Boy, at the risk of being really boring, I think I'm just going to hit the Messenger for the moment. Out of curiosity. Yes, we could upgrade this with a single dust. I think I will not. I think I will hold on to it, but... Alright, casts make you briefly impervious. Yeah, okay, so we did it. We did some good work. What does the...
Fear spreads.
I guess it is worth noting that the vow did not turn on the next level of rivals. The oath here did not activate the next level of rivals, and we weren't offered a thing to mix up in the cauldron to do it either. Maybe this would be a good time to actually do one of these.
Observe the pitch black stone.
And not this, but like when we come back. It would be a good time to do one of these, just because we could use the treats. Although the cauldron is going to be bound up making darkness for quite some time. That said, how long does it take to make darkness? Because we're spending something in the neighborhood of like 40 time units when we do a run. If the cauldron makes darkness in 12, we could cook the darkness that we need a fair bit faster by doing these like shorter... Yeah, maybe that's a good idea. I don't mean to I don't mean to leave everybody hanging as to where the main plot goes from here, because I know we are one Typhon clearance away from finally moving the situation forward. I don't know. I'm going to think about it, I guess. Well, that's going to be it for us for today. Thank you all so much for watching. When you come back next time, we're shedding some blood somewhere, and we will decide... By then, I will have decided whose and where and when. So come back for that, and we'll see you then.